Hello and welcome to another episode of DCS. Oh. Hello everyone and welcome to the long-awaited Flood City 3. It begins once again with a new map and new challenges and a new city. So, without further ado, I guess we better get started now. The decision is, where do I begin building? There are choice. I guess it should be near the highway. I think that much is clear. I think I'm going to begin building in this area. This is a good starting area. So, I'll go to the south. There isn't going to be any flood in this episode. It's just going to be getting things built. So I'm going to make an off-ramp here, which will then we'll have a main street going down this way, and then the city can come off of that. But I suppose we should deal with power first of all. I'm going to put the power out in one of the more relatively safe areas. Don't need anything. I don't think I need to make an off-ramp or anything for the power plant. We could just have an intersection without traffic lights. Want to make sure no traffic lights. Okay, good, no traffic lights. But we will give them a nice off-ramp like so. This is something that was covered in my traffic management video, is doing right-hand turn lanes like this. That way the traffic turning right doesn't have to hold up traffic, although there are no lights here, so it doesn't really make that big of a difference, but they can get off the highway a little bit faster than having to make a sharp turn. And we'll go into the traffic manager and add the priority sign so they can only go... Oh, no. That's not what I wanted to do. Lane arrows, that's what I want. No lefty. No lefts. Oh god, that could be construed in an interesting way. Okay, so we'll start off with actually, you know what? Let's be green. Actually, no, I changed my mind. Let's not be. Actually, no. Let's start out with some solar panels. That should be enough for a city for the time being, and we'll be environmentally responsible. We'll bring the power lines down here, up along the main highway, and towards our area. And next we need to deal with some water. Put our intake up. Yeah, we'll put our intake here. And our other one down here. And then we get our pipes set up and everything, and we'll get back to you after that. Okay, we've got our power set up. Power and water set up, our water intake and our outtake, or output, our sewage, which we dump directly into the river, which I hope our environmental irresponsibility is made up from our nice solar power plant to prevent that climate change and stuff. Unless you don't believe in that kind of thing, in which case you're a moron, and yeah, you're probably not gonna... Go ahead, dislike the video. Go ahead, you stupid face. Okay, so let's get the... I guess I should do a proper exit rather than just the lazy way, because this is going to be the main traffic going into the city. And I suppose I should do a 4-leaf clover, because I'm going to have to go up that way as well. Now, doing these is always an interesting experience. Okay, so... we'll make it go under the main highway. We'll start by putting a 3-laner through here, and then another 3-laner back through this way. Let's do curve. Start by doing a way for them to get on the eastbound traffic, northbound, then westbound, and southbound. Now those ones are easy enough. Now it's the other ones that are interesting. Okay, so these guys need to get on the northbound and the southbound. So I suppose we could do a 4-leaf clover style thing, more or less. It's probably not going to be as aesthetically pleasing, but it'll be functional. It's also not exactly the greatest use of space, but... Okay, so these guys can get on the southbound now, so these guys can't go on the northbound, they need to get on the southbound as well. So we'll go up like this, over, and down. This is really going to be a haphazard kind of way of doing this. First of all, this is another traffic tip I have, is to increase the lane sizes towards exits. That way, people traveling down straight through don't have to be cut off, whereas these guys can merge into a lane that's specially made for them. Actually, I should keep this side as 3 lanes so that we have this lane coming up here. They can either choose to go off or merge. We'll make the 4 lane a little bit longer. That way these guys have some time to merge in. Yeah, I should probably do this all at that part after I'm done with all of it, so I know where everything is exiting and entrancing. What? Okay. So these guys could go southbound. Now we need to get them on the northbound. So we will do the clover thing. So it's going to be like a 2-leaf clover with some weird growth that aren't really proper leaves or something. What was I doing? All right, these guys need to go southbound. Let's do it a little bit further away from there. There we go. Okay, so now they can go south-north. Okay. These guys can go south, and they can go north. Wait a minute. Not exactly. My thinking isn't doing as well today as it normally does. Okay. So yes, they could go that way, and they could go that way. And these guys could go down this way, and they could go up this way. These guys could go up that way, but they can, as of yet, go... Okay, I got the next step. Loop-a-doo-doop. There. Okay, so... now they can go both ways now, these guys. Okay, they can turn down here, and now I just need to do another... Okay, so I guess it is a 4-leaf clover. The leaves aren't exactly even or very good looking, but it's functional. My city skyline cities are always very functional. I'm not much one for making everything nice and pretty. As long as things run smoothly, I don't care. Gonna space these a little further apart so there's a bit more merging space. I don't like that. There. Okay, now we'll do this. So we'll put in some 4 lanes there to give these people some... do that there. We've already done it there. Let's do that there. Do that and that. That should be good. Okay. So now going up north, I'm going to bring this down to 2 lanes. For now, I'm going to make the northbound traffic just come down to a 2-lane road like this. But let's mess with the lane arrows on this, which are... Where are they? There. Don't want these people to do U's there. Okay, that's good for now. I'm not going to build anything up here yet. I'm going to focus on constructing some stuff down here. I think what I'm going to do is we'll go a little bit further down like that, and then we'll change to a one-way system, a 3-lane one-way. So sort of what I always end up doing in my cities. And we'll make them a bit farther apart. Otherwise, we end up with weird traffic light situation that really gets traffic snarled up. Want to go straight? Let's just go straight down this way, like so. Okay, and for this way, we'll go up here. Now, this is kind of weird. We'll space them a bit farther apart. We could always have another block in between them. And we'll do that. And then let's make some crossroads. We'll do... Start out like this. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with this series, or this is the first one you're watching, basically what I do in this series is I build a city, and I've made this map specially so I can flood it at will. And then as we go, the city grows, and we have floods, and we see how my various flood defenses work, and save the city or not save the city. So back to the building. There isn't going to be any floods today. It's just going to be building. Let's get rid of some of these lights. I always like to try and have as few lights as possible. And why? Because I find traffic goes much smoother if you have less than more. Of course, it's always necessary in some busy areas, but if I don't have to have traffic lights, I will usually avoid having them. I usually like to have traffic lights on every other block rather than every block. Okay, we'll start here. I suppose this will be a residential area. Actually, no, I think I'm going to keep the middle in between these two one-ways will be commercial. On this end will be a residential area. So we'll do... I messed that up. Do a couple blocks. And we get water sorted out. And I may as well think ahead. I'm really happy. I do not do my water laying out very efficiently in City Skylines ever. Usually just ends up being a haphazard mess. Kind of like all my cities to begin with. I know a lot of people who play City Skylines build their cities with a big grand design. I like to make mine more organically, like real cities actually are. You know, build onto it as you need, that kind of thing. Okay, so we've got some residential down, and we may as well start letting it build. Shut up, Chirpy. Ugh, I missed the mod that shuts off that stupid thing. Oh yeah, I guess power is something they would like. Power is always nice. But go put it there. Go down here for now. I'm probably going to end up getting rid of this later once the city fills out a bit more, but for now, I guess it's a necessary, hideous eyesore. Power. Okay, what are all you people complaining about? Mayor supports education. Yes, I do. Education is very important. The importance of school, it seems that yes, I agree. The long arm of the wall reaches the city. I feel safer already. Yeah. The city receives first fire engine. The citizens already feel, yep. Take you out, yep, you got that. Trash is good. Hopefully you'll shut up now. Build. Build, my city, build. So yeah, I've tried to make this a lot more difficult than Flood City 2. I've made the terrain far flatter and far closer to the water line. And I've tested this out, and I think it has the potential to create some pretty severe floods. And I do believe we have some traffic coming in, hopefully our first new citizens. And we also have some commercial demand, so we'll plop some of that down. That's probably way too much at the moment, but it'll fill out eventually. I really hope you can't hear me breathing into the mic too much, because that would be annoying and kind of embarrassing. Shut up. The miniature black hole created in the LHC. Scientists threw a coin and reporting that the science... Yeah, whatever. Okay, so we have some stuff building. Let's speed her up. Watch how things go. Now, I suppose this being Flood City, the first... This is a landmark, is our first emergency shelter, which I believe we will place right here. Right in the middle of everything. Now, I'm not worrying about money in this because I've never done money stuff in Flood City once. So I'm going to keep that tradition going. Let's get an emergency radio mast up as well. We'll plop it right here in between the two highways. Doesn't quite cover the area though. Maybe we should move it. I guess we'll move it closer. Can I flip this thing around? I guess not. But I probably can. I probably just don't know how. Okay, that can hang out there. Make these people in the houses unhappy. They'll just have to live with it. What else? Tsunami warning buoy. Not sure if this is going to work for the floods, but I'll give it a try. We'll plop that down right there and see if it works. Not sure if it will detect minor, well, maybe not so minor rises in the water level. Anything else? I guess I should start putting down some more residential areas because we are getting quite the demand. And I suppose I should build closer to the water because otherwise, what fun would Flood City be? Oh, I hate it when I do that. Probably have no idea what I'm talking about. If you do 10 points, do you 10 whole points? Oh, right. I know what I need to do. Add our first new citizens. Okay, let's get some people up and we'll name them. Okay, so we've got our first new 3 citizens. Now, if you want to become a citizen in Flood City, go to visit my forum. You can see it in the description below. And in the Flood Cities section, under the Flood City Citizen thing, post it there. Have your name, what name you want in the game, and preferably post your gender. Otherwise, I'm just going to choose for you. And you might become a citizen in Flood City. So far, we have Braylon Black, who lives in the Hawthorne residence, which is right there. Decent area, nice house, I guess. It's a house. You're a high school student and are currently at home. Second is Austin Greenwood, who lives at the Prospect residence. And he's 13, goes to high school, is currently visiting the general store, buying some soda or energy drinks, or trying to get an adult to buy them cigarettes or something. I don't know. Nate Weck is a 3-year-old child who goes to elementary. What kind of 3-year-old goes to elementary school? Isn't that a bit young? You're currently stuttering. You're currently and everybody just lost water. Okay, that's just great. Anyways, your child, you live over here. Yep. Now, deal with this whole crises. I've already... Why don't... Okay, what's going on with the water? Why don't we have water? Oh, I guess we do have water now. Alright. Alright, we have that residential demand. Did I put more water go? Yes, I did. Okay. So let's plop down some more there, and we should probably make some parks and stuff, because people tend to like that. So put run right here. And we'll put small playground right there. And I think we'll leave it at that for now. That's enough parks and stuff. What else? I haven't played this in a really long time. I sort of forget what to do. Let's just look over everything. We got stadiums, we got towers, we got stuff, we got more stuff, buses and stuff, stuff in here, stuff in here, stuff, 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 stuff. I should put down a weather radar. We'll put that next to the radio tower, because that seems to make sense. I think that's what we'll do so far. I wonder if we have... That's not a shelter, that's a convenience store. I wonder what kind of capacity this has. Does it say? 1,000-person capacity. Okay, we got 700 citizens, so we'll be good for that for now. Okay, so it seems like we're starting to have some industrial demand. Now, where do I make industrial? I guess I could make it up here, but I'd like to expand my city up there eventually instead. So, no, I think I'm going to make a main road that sort of loops around and then back up here. That is what I'll do. We'll just do a 2-lane for now, which can start here. We'll go up this way, and then let's make some curvy stuff. Let's raise it up a bit. We'll have to... Probably should fix that before I do anything else. Otherwise, I think we're going to run out of sewage abilities. Raise up, raise up, raise it up to the Lord or something. Okay, so we've built a nice little road system that goes from here and then connects over here with a exit system that should run pretty smoothly, which is important going into an industrial area. I think I'll make the first one right over here, nice and far away from the civilized area. Or maybe I'll make it a bit closer. I'll put it here. So we'll just make a few pipes that fill in this area. We don't have a ton of industrial demand, so we won't make a huge area. I think what I'll do is I'll make an offshoot road so we don't have tons of intersections directly on this one. I think we'll do a one-way that just sort of goes like so. Yes. That should make things run more or less smoothly. Let's do long blocks. I'll start out with 2 blocks of industrial, and then we'll see. Now, what kind of industrial do I want to do? Now, what kind? Let's do... What are our resources like? Let's check that out. Got quite a bit of everything. Lots of forestry. Lots of fertile land. Let's do forestry first. So, like that. And I suppose they could use power. That's usually something that's needed for an industrialized society. And we'll plop down a firehouse there too. We'll give them a big one because industrial areas always like to, burn down. They have water, right? Yeah, they do. Okay. We've got a really weird thing going on with the river right now. I hope this passes. Not sure what that's all about. Looks like we're going into a drought. It's the complete opposite of Flood City. It's now Drought City. It should clear up. It's probably just a thing. So our industrial area has built it nicely, and I think this road system will work pretty well, at least for a smaller area. But we do have a bunch more residential demand, so let's slow things down. Now, let's just take a quick look at my coverage. Schools, kind of crap. So we need another elementary school in this area. Suppose I should see if these guys have water. They don't. I should give that to them. People like water. It's sort of a life thing. Health. Well, we're going to have to build some more hospitals out here eventually, but I'm sure we can probably get away with that for now. However, firehouses are kind of a thing that's good to have. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is upgrade this road to a 4-lane, but the small 4-lane. Because this will be a more major street. That'll go through here. Street light situation. Suppose I may as well just put these in now. But we need to do a little traffic management. Okay, so we have light, no light, light, no light. But these guys have the right of way. Light, no light. I'll do merging instead of stop signs because it moves a little bit more quickly. Oh god, my leg's asleep. I can't feel it at all. It's just like a non-existent limb, which is very shortly going to be very uncomfortable. Any minute now. Any minute now. Let's take a look at what else did I need to... Noise pollution is fine. Traffic, whatever. This, yeah, stuff is alright. However, we do have a problem with... Oh god, there's the pins and needles. It's so horrible. Please stop. So it seems like we need more educated workers, which I suppose we just need to do is build up more residential and have some good schools and stuff. Okay, I think we're good for elementaries right now. Good for high school. We don't need a university yet, I don't think. We're not at that point yet. We're not a prestigious enough city to have a university. Maybe a community college, but not a university. What's going on with this river? And that medical place would probably like power. So I guess we'll just plop that down so hopefully it fills in.
Geologists predict that a sinkhole could strike it.
Oh, that's not good.
Should take precautionary measures.
Okay, that's happening over here.
A sinkhole has occurred somewhere in the city. Stay out of harm's way and contact authorities with any information.
Okay, well that was interesting. That was our first disaster. Except not really, let's open the disaster report. Nothing. Okay, well that was interesting. I like that. That's kind of cool. Random disasters. I think that'll be interesting. Imagine we have a flood and then an earthquake, and it'll be interesting. Actually, that might be neat because we might have a diking system, and an earthquake hits, it might damage the dike system and end up being quite unpleasant for the citizens of Flood City. Again, for the third time. All right, well, that's going to be it for this episode of Flood City. Our new city is underway, and in the next video, we'll probably have our first flood. It'll be probably a small flood, but a flood nonetheless. So, welcome to Flood City 3. May it be a prosperous, enjoyable series for everyone. Have a good one, guys.